Occupant safety when designing facades in education. Welcome to Building Knowledge 101. In this video, we explore how to support occupant safety when designing sustainable facades in the education sector, including protection against threats such as seismic activity, tornadoes, hurricanes, and blast. Earlier, we talked about security focused mainly upon threats from an assault, but there are other external forces that can endanger buildings and threaten the well-being of building occupants. Let's review some of these exterior forces that some schools might need to be concerned with. These are seismic, tornado, hurricane, and blast. If your project is located in an area with high risk of seismic activity, look for systems that have been tested in accordance with AMA 501.4, which is going to be a typical air, water, and structural test, followed by story drift and performance testing afterwards to see how the system will perform during a seismic event. AMA 501.6 is a story drift test focusing on glass fallout as a major cause of human damage during an event. Focus here is on the type of glazing used, tempered or laminated. Laminate typically is safer. Compares the glass bite of each system. Typically, a curtain wall is going to have a larger glass bite, so handles more movement. It also compares size of glass tested. Typically, smaller size of glass performs better. Here's a wind speed map of the U.S. The darker red indicates high wind speeds in the 250 miles an hour or greater area. This is an area that's more prone to damage from tornadoes. Organizations such as TDI, or Texas Department of Insurance, require some buildings to be built in accordance with standards contained in FEMA 361, which describes including storm shelters in critical buildings. FEMA 361 also references ICC 500, which sets standards for construction of storm shelters. ICC 500 describes levels of performance or protection based upon one of 4 different wind speed categories. Testing consists of cycling air, water, structural testing, then missile impact, followed by additional cycle testing after that to ensure continued performance of the system after a tornado event. Along the coastal areas, IBC defines areas as high-velocity wind zones based upon their locations shown in ASCE 7 wind speed maps. In these areas, you will need to ensure products specified have been tested for appropriate impact testing. Schools associated with the military or military bases in the U.S. or abroad need to adhere to standards for minimum anti-terrorist standards or blast mitigation as outlined in DoD Unified Facilities Criteria or called out under General Services Administration. One of the other tests they might refer to as ASTM F1642, which is a blast test as opposed to an open arena test. That is all we have time for in this video. If you'd like to watch more of our 101 video series, subscribe to our YouTube channel, Kawneer Company, Inc.